Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyi'ati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'd. قال الله تعالى في الكتاب الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. My beloved brothers and sisters, before I talk about my khutbah, I would like to ask for your prayers and for your du'as for Brother Parvez Sheikh. He is the uncle of Dr. Zahid Sheikh, who died last week in a car accident. Also, there is a brother-in-law of Zaki Sayyid Musa, who is in critical condition in the hospital for leukemia. So, when the imams sit down during the two khutbahs, that is the time for the prayer, because our hearts are attached to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, I would like to request to all of you to join me in praying for them, and also there will be a janazah inshallah after the prayer. And janazah, the salah is a fard kifaya. It's not fard ayn, it's fard kifaya, and there's a lot of ajr in joining the janazah. So inshallah I'll ask everybody to join me in performing that fard, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Surah Tahrim, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu qu anfusakum ahlikum naran waquduha an-nas wal hijara. O you who believe, save yourself and your families from the fire, hellfire, whose fuel will be people and stones. In another ayah in Surah Al-Anfal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَعَلَمُوا أَنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ فِتْنَةٌ وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ عِنْدَهُ أَجْرٌ عَظِيمٌ. Know that your possessions, your belongings, whatever wealth you have, and your children are nothing but a trial in this world. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who takes care of them, will give the highest reward. My beloved brothers and sisters, just before the month of Ramadan, I was here in this masjid. May Allah bless our Sheikh Ali Layla, who invited me, and I gave a talk on parenting. Today, I would like to continue on the same pattern, on the same subject. And the reason why I want to do that is, mashallah, summer is here. I see a lot of young people, young children here. May Allah bless this community for taking care of these children. It's a responsibility. It's a serious responsibility on us as parents, as elders. Today, I'd like to share with you some of my thoughts that I teach during my parenting classes on parenting of teenagers. It is graduation season. Alhamdulillah, about 4 weeks ago, my granddaughter graduated from high school. There were 630 children graduating from that one school only. One young Muslim boy shined among all the 630 children that were there. He had multiple, scholarships that will take care of his education for the next 4 years in the university. Not only the education, but the books and the residency and everything. Today, I know that boy very well. I know the family very well. Today, I'd like to share with you the reason for success of that young boy, how parents worked on that. And on the opposite side of that, some of us who take the wrong approach or neglect our children because they're busy, because they're working, because for whatever reason, what effect they have and how they influence the life of our children. Let me start with a little incident that happened. During a recent seminar, one refugee family, both parents talked about their experiences. They said that Alhamdulillah, they have been working on their teenage child for a very long time, working with him on his deen as well as on the dunya. They spent a lot of time with him. And their experience was when the boy came over here recent arrival, I think 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, the boy fit in very well among the American school system. And the reason why they said he did was because he was proud of his language, he was proud of his culture, he was proud of himself as a Muslim boy, and that gave him the strength and the self-confidence that was needed. But then they shared something very interesting. They said when the boy gets upset or mad, instead of speaking Arabic that they always speak at home, the boy turns to English, as if reflecting what he is learning here in this part of the world. My beloved brothers and sisters, in the 50s and 60s, about half a century ago, the philosophy was, the thinking was to assimilate those who are coming here to America into the American culture. Learn English language, learn their ways, and adopt the local culture. You know, they used to call it the melting pot. But more recently, there are many studies who has come up with a different idea. They say that those who speak their own language at home, who maintain their own culture at home, those who give, that is the thing that gives strength to the young people. And those children are far better in school or in life than those who get rid of their culture, they speak English at home, and they maintain the local culture. When you leave your heritage, when you leave your what is real to you, who you are, if you do not teach it to your children, how can you manage? How can you give your child the strength that is needed? Can I request everybody to squeeze in? I know it's, there are many brothers standing in the back. If you can move forward, inshallah, there's lots of space. Let's move forward. Let's come closer, inshallah. Let's give place to our brothers who are standing. Recently, we were invited to a Eid gathering. And as usual, what happens is the men sit in the living room and the woman goes somewhere else in another room, and the children disappear. When it was prayer times, the men got up and went to the basement and found the teenagers sitting over there doing what the teenagers do, playing video games. Instead of getting up for the prayers, the teenagers requested 5 minutes to finish their game. 5 minutes. And the host father agreed to it. 5 minutes turned into 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour. Only to find out that they, taking advantage of the situation, they started a new game. Now we have to wait again. My beloved brothers and sisters, those parents who agree to such leniency is setting the wrong expectations in the mind of our young people. Everything must have its place in life. Everything. What is important should not be compromised, should never be compromised for activities like the video games or watching television or playing on the iPad or whatever. A young boy or a girl start to change when they start to reach puberty. They, especially here in this part of the world, there are many other factors that plays a major role in the life of our young people, like social media or deteriorating social norms. And there is another trend which is serious, that is disengagement with their parents and elders. A young person in teen think that they know better, that their mode of activities should come not from the elders, not from the parents, not from their culture, but from their peers, or what is happening, or what they are watching on the television, or what they are looking at in the social media, how social media is interacting with each other. That is becoming the norm these days. So the researcher shows that puberty brings many changes in the life of a growing child. Among the physical and the biological changes, I would like to stress upon 4 specific areas. Number 1, our teens of today like to challenge the norms and confront the parents. Number 2, they like to dress and behave like their friends and peers, losing their own sense of identity. Number 3, seek approval from their friends and peers rather than from their parents and elders. And number 4, as I said before, get influenced by the social media, video games, TV, or movie personalities. Let me conclude, my beloved brothers and sisters, with a little story. This is the story of a young girl, pre-teen girl. I'm going to call her Sabah. Not her real name, but I like that because my daughter's name is Sabah. So that's why. She came one day and she told her mother, I want to start wearing hijab. Now look at the picture, and this is a real story. The family used to live in a place, in a village or in a small town where they were the only Muslim families. Only Muslim family. But she came and she said, the parents were very happy, and of course the mother took her for a shopping spree to Chicago and to get her some hijabs or whatever. But they were also concerned. They were concerned about how the school and how the teachers and how the children will react to such a thing. They went to talk to the teacher and the principal. And what they heard was amazing. And this is because the parents worked with the child from the beginning. The teacher said, she is amazing. These are the exact words that they told us. She is amazing because she have learned to decide what is right and what is wrong for her. And gave an example. She said, the teacher said, sorry, it was she. She said, during contact sports between boys and girls, Sabah said, no, I don't want to be part of that. But rather, let me spend some time in helping out in the library. So she not only decided what was right and what was wrong for her, but also she gave an alternative of what to do. The principal said, yes, it is hard times, yes, there is Islamophobia, but I think she has so much confidence that if we stop her from wearing hijab, then it'll have a negative effect on her. So the principal also is supportive of this. My beloved brothers and sisters, when I come back, I'd like to give you and submit to you some of the practical things that I teach during my parenting classes and what I say. And it is only a suggestion for you to consider, inshallah. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Please pray for the brothers that I talked about, inshallah, before the khutbah, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulil Kareem amma ba'd. Many of the parents, they try to use the same ways, the same techniques that were used on them when they were a child. And sometimes, most of the time, they find that it probably would not work very well. Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, advised young parents, do not treat your child and deal with them as you were treated when you were children. For now, the world has moved on and it has changed. My beloved brothers and sisters, there's tremendous changes that is taking place. Not by the months, not by the years, but sometimes it feels like so fast. The internet is changing our life. Not only our life, but the life of our children. We need to be aware of all of that and use the techniques which are based on the new technology. So here are some recommendations, inshallah. Number one, good parenting starts at an early age in the child's life. Some scholars say it starts even before birth. Parents must be aware of the issues facing their children. Look at what Surah Yusuf began with the story that Yusuf ﷺ was telling his father Yaqub ﷺ. Get to know what the issues they have and empower them to resolve their own issues. Number three, adopt a collaborative problem-solving parenting styles whenever possible. Number 4, set up a disciplining guidelines. That's where many of the parents slip up. They do not have a clear guidelines. And maybe they do, but it might be in the back of their mind. They need to discuss them with their children. And I suggest involve your children in setting up those guidelines. And then revisit them often. As I said, the time is changing. Is the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to be fair in the dealing, and also implement whatever needs to be implemented in a step-by-step change. Be aware of the technology and its advancement. Now we must realize that some of the societal norms or activities or occasions may not be suitable for us. At that point, we must provide a healthy and suitable alternative. And lastly, show by setting positive example for you as parents. There's a beautiful dua that I'm going to conclude my khutbah with. رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ وَاجْعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. O Allah, grant me, O my Lord, grant me my spouse and my children who will be comfort to my eyes, and make me the Imam of Al-Muttaqeen. Imam is the one who lead by example. Allahumma adina fi man hadayt, wa afina fi man afayt, wa tawallana fi man tawallayt, wa barik lana fi ma atayt, wa qina sharra ma qadayt, fa innaka taqdi wa la yuqda alayk, innahu la yuzillu man walayt, wa la yu'izzu man adayt, tabarakta rabbuna wa ta'alayt. Sallallahu ala nabiyil kareem, Allahumma ighfir lana wa lil mu'minina wal mu'minat wal muslimina wal muslimat, wallid bayna qulubihim wa aslih zata bainihim, wansurhum ala aduwwika wa aduwwihim. اللهم صل الإسلام على المسلمين، اللهم صل الإسلام على المسلمين، اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. وأقم الصلاة.